Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that.
All right, Coach, it is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line, and he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 52 right here. 52. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Like 52. Hit it.
On first down, McFarland. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Ballage. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20! And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. To the mic. Check 52 to the mic. It's been a long day for you.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the double. Come on, guys, 55. 61. Let's go.
First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
You want this.
Off the play fake. Bryant. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
11-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Watching your guard. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Looking to throw. Bryant. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a give, right side. McFarland. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Come on. 55. Right there in the middle.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the run.
Off play action. Bryant. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Bell. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bryant. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's it.
And oh, he coughed it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Balaj. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 52, Mike 50, Trevor. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52, right here. Mike 52. Delta. Screen, watch the screen.
To throw again. Bryant. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
Brings up 4th and goal.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And the Patriots have it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Go. Go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Wild Bill.
From the gun, Bryant. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Sets up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Bryant. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Bryant. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bryant got his man. That's Harry. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bill running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd and 2, Bryant. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it with Balaj. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready? Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive. Bryant. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Off the play fake. Bryant. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw. Bryant. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off play action. Bryant. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Back now in Foxborough. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Single.
2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off the play fake. Bryant nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Back to throw. Bryant. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 3rd down, Bryant. High throw, but he makes the catch. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Bryant. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Off play action. Bryant. His throw incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, let's get that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off at the 45. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Bell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. 61. Next box.
They'll run on first down. Bell. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Let's go now. 160 yard. Get the ball. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, tight.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Pats, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.